So you're thinking about moving to Joshua, Texas? Well, in this video, we are going to be taking you on a map tour, show you where everything's at. It's going to be real quick. And if you stick around to the very end, we're going to compare it to a couple other neighborhoods. If it's your first time to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button if you want to know everything there is to know about the Dallas-Fort Worth market. And if you want to be the very first to know what's going on, go ahead and ring that bell. My name is Tom Jung with Tom Texas Realty Group, and we are local real estate agents. My team and I get phone calls every day from folks just like you, whether you're a few days or a few months out from moving, whether you're buying or selling. We would love to hear from you, so please don't hesitate to give us a call, shoot us a text, or drop us an email. So we have on our YouTube page, there is a link there if you want to schedule a time to chat with us as well. So anyways, let's jump into it. Joshua, Texas. If you've seen our Why You Should Not Move to Joshua, Texas video or neighborhood tour, we give it a hard time, but Joshua is a great place to live. If you want to be out of the city, if you want to have that country feel. So, you know, a lot of times that's why you're moving to Texas, right? You want to get away from the city and all that kind of stuff. So let me go ahead and share my screen here and we will jump into it. Let's start off. Where is Joshua, Texas? So Joshua is located south of Fort Worth. So you can see here, south of Burleson, south of Fort Worth. Here's Fort Worth. It's a little bit of a drive down. You're probably going to be about 40 minutes away from downtown Fort Worth. And you're probably going to be an hour and a half or so away from Dallas. And this is just because there's no direct route to get there, right? You can either drop down to 67 and come all the way around, or you got to come up and over. So there's just not a great, there's not that straight line from one to the other. So if you're working in Dallas, you're going to have to just be okay with a very long commute if you're living in Joshua. And you're saying, Tom, would I even think about doing that? Because you get more bang for the buck in Joshua. That's basically it, because we're going to take a look here at all the other things going on, and which is not much. All right. So as far as the city goes, so down here is Joshua. And if we're just looking at grocery stores, they've got way down here to the south. I think this is closer to Cleveland. Yeah. They've got a Albertsons. You've got a Brookshire's. If you're not familiar with Brookshire's, it's like a smaller type grocery store. It's a chain. And you can see kind of in this picture, it's like in a strip center. You got a Family Dollar, and that's about it. If you're looking at stuff going on in Joshua, let me just give you an idea of what it's like here. We're just going to drop this little guy in the center of 174, which is like the main drag rolling through the city. And here's what you got. Not the sexiest thing you've ever seen, probably. Just, I mean, this is straight up country feel. Like if you want to get that Texas small town feel, this is it. Let's see here. Okay. And so anyways, if you are looking to get, groceries or shopping or all that kind of stuff, you're going to be driving into Burleson. So Burleson is great little town. They've got a lot of stuff going on. So right away, 174 is the main drag through here. And let me drop this in here to give you an idea. So you've got a HEB, which if you haven't experienced HEB, is probably one of the best grocery stores out there. You've got Kroger, Subway, movie tavern, all that kind of stuff. What is this? Roscoe's barbecue, right? So there is a ton of stuff right here. Mama's, a little Mexican cuisine coming in. I'm not exactly sure where I dropped this, but yeah, you can see there is a bunch of retail right here. So you're not going to be too far from that, but you are driving to another town to basically get all of your groceries and do your shopping and that kind of thing. So you're probably looking at a 20 to 25 minute trip. So it's not going to be something where it's like, oh, I forgot this one thing. Let me just, run 5 minutes to the store and I'll be right back. It's a little bit of a trip. So Joshua School District, if you caught our other videos, you know that it's a decent school district. It's rated B+ on niche, and this is that's decent. Like it's not a horrible school district by any means. And there's not a lot of other, there's not much to say, unfortunately. There's not a whole lot of other stuff around. There's no lakes. You got to drive quite a bit to get to a lake. You're just out in the country. So that's really the appeal. If you want to get away from it all, this is a place to be. If you want to have livestock, that kind of stuff, this is a good place to be. Now, what's really interesting, so the Chisholm Trail here that they put in, let's see here. Let me get my little marker out. So this road coming through here is Chisholm Trail, and this went in over the last few years, and you can see. So Joshua, I don't know. I would consider Joshua to be more of this. You can see these little lines drawn in. I'm not exactly sure how Google does this, but Joshua, this is like outside of city limits over in this area, but I would still consider this Joshua. But since this Chisholm Trail Parkway came in, you've got a bunch of new homes going up and everything else. So let's talk a little bit about the homes in the area. If we hop over to our MLS and take a look at the houses, this is everything that's on the market or under contract. And so you can see there's a lot of properties here that are going to be at your entry level, like your 300,000. And then there's a lot of houses that are actually a lot more expensive, which is kind of interesting. But when we break everything down, you'll kind of understand why. So a couple things to note here: about 25% of the homes sold are mobile homes. So you're going to see a lot of that over in this area. It's very rural. Everything's going to be like an acre or more. It's outside city limits. So that's typically where you're going to see your mobile homes. The other thing that's kind of interesting is 45% of homes that are available right now are new. So a lot of these are going to be built on a half acre or more. So a lot of these are going to be newer homes, and you're going to find everything from half acre homes to acre plus homes. So you can get a lot of really nice stuff here in Joshua. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, so 65% of the houses available are on a half acre or more, right? And that drops down to about 45% on an acre or more. So again, if you're looking for space, if you don't want to be right up on your neighbor and you want to be a little bit outside of town, this is a fantastic location. You're not going to go wrong with it. But I will say, whenever you're looking, if you're concerned about, having a neighborhood that looks really nice or whatever, or you don't want to be next to mobile homes, then you're going to have to do some investigating. And it's really like just case by case, because you could have like this mobile home area, you drive through there, and then all of a sudden it's like all these really nice houses. And so it's going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge whenever you're looking for houses. But as far as that goes, Joshua, not a lot going on. Country feel, that's really it. As far as comparing this to another city, so you're going to have Joshua. I'm sorry. Next to Joshua, you're going to have Burleson. So Burleson schools are going to be roughly about the same. They are above average. They're pretty good. They're decent school district. You're going to get a lot more variety in Burleson as far as types of homes that you can find. And you're going to have your luxury type homes. You're also going to have a lot of stuff that is outside of city limits. So let me grab my mouse here. Here we go. All right. So Burleson. So this area kind of like right in here is like in the city limits. And then out here, you've got Briar Oaks, Cross Timbers, and there's a lot of stuff right around here that's like all of this is like outside of city limits, but feeds into the Burleson ISD. I consider it Burleson. So this is going to be very similar. If you're looking in Joshua, I would open up the search to Burleson as well. You're just going to be a lot closer to stuff. If you really want to find that rural feel, just kind of outside of everything, you're going to be looking more on this side, on the east side, or on the south side. It gets a lot more rural, like what you're going to find out around this area. Now, if rural is what you want, you don't mind the drive, maybe you work from home, that kind of thing, then Godley, bingo, bango right there. Most of Godley's stuff is going to be new. It's been exploding lately. Just because from Godley to downtown Fort Worth, it's like 30 minutes. So that gives you an idea. Also, Joshua, it's going to be roughly the same. But there has been a ton of building going on down there. So if you're looking for something that's newer, that's nice, that's on an acreage, and it's still less expensive, Godley is a great option. But yeah, as far as Joshua goes, this is going to be a shorter video just because there's not a ton going on. But if I missed anything, if you're curious about something, please do leave it in the comments. That way we can address it and make these videos better for you guys. And as always, if you got anything out of this, please do give it the like, the thumbs up. And we've got resources as well in the description. Whether you'd like to get home sent to your email, you'd like to see our buyer our moving to Texas guide or our checklist, any of that kind of stuff, it's all in there. Check it out. And as always, we appreciate the views. And if you're looking to buy or sell, remember to keep calm. Call Tom.